Dr. Dickson here, and I'm going to be talking about glycolysis, fermentation, and cellular respiration. You're going to need 2 ATP, glucose, and of course the outer membrane of the mitochondria. And so the first thing that happens here is 2 ADP phosphorylized glucose, so you lose 2 ATP here. It splits into 2 pyruvate. 2 NAD plus come down, they donate a phosphate group, and they gain a hydrogen group, so it's all good. And so then 2 ADP are going to come down and phosphorylize and become ATP. So you lose 2 ATP, but you gain 2 ATP. And then a substrate level phosphorylation enzyme is going to do just that. Take 2 ADP and use that to make ATP. And so you'll get 4 in the end, but you really net 2 because you used 2 ATP. And so fermentation is a continuation of that. The pyruvate is going to go across the membrane, lose a carbon that goes into CO2. It's going to gain a hydrogen from NADH, and that's how yeast make alcohol. And in other cases, we would make lactic acid. And so cellular respiration, this is the different thing that can happen. This is what we do. So a pyruvate will go across the membrane, lose a carbon, attach to CoA, and will become acetyl-CoA. That'll go into the Krebs cycle, and that will produce all these electron carriers and 1 ATP. And so what will happen is one of the electron carriers will go to the electron transport chain. That's that thing right there. And it will lose its hydrogen and donate an electron to one of the proteins. And that electron will go across the membrane, the chain, and it will send protons across as more electrons go. It's not going to happen instantaneously, but and the protons are then positive on that side. They pass through the ATP synthase, which catalyzes the production of ADP to ATP. And so then you have that electron, right? And what happens is the electron is going to bond oxygen and 2 hydrogen together, making H2O because it's the final acceptor. That's also going to produce a lot of ATP because this whole thing is going to happen more than once. And you're going to get most of your ATP from that. I hope that was helpful.